STOs, or security token offerings, are the evolution of the ICO. They act as a digital investment contract and offer a compromise between the Wild West of the ICO community and the IPO of the traditional finance sector. Now, a security is a financial investment with monetary value that can be traded and is backed by something that can be invested into. It typically includes stocks, bonds, investment trusts, real estate, and even assets such as intellectual property and rare art. When purchasing a security, a shareholder traditionally receives some kind of certificate in a paper or PDF format that represents the ownership of the stock. An STO is a digital wrapper for this process. Sounds dull, right? So why the hype? Well, the recent popularity of STOs emerged with the ongoing SEC regulations in the United States and leaders such as SEC Chairman Jay Clayton stating that every ICO is a security. Although some believe that regulation is detrimental to innovation within the space, others are adamant that this is the only way we'll see crypto adoption on a mass scale. Regardless of your stance, it's understandable why the US government, among others, are eager to impose regulations following the vast amount of money lost to ICOs last year. ICOs have raised $21 billion since the start of 2017, and yet Ernst & Young reports that 86% of 2017 ICOs are now in the red. More than 50% of ICOs have failed to raise funds at all and subsequently have closed. We're seeing a lot of ICOs that come to market today begin trading for less than their ICO price. Now, the ICO model isn't going away, but I feel that STOs are an alternative to ICOs because they combine the reliability of traditional finance with the versatility of crypto. It really aims to be the best of both worlds. Aside from being a more secure way to prove equity ownership, blockchain and now STOs are already beginning to overhaul financial systems as we know them. We're seeing traditional institutions like ICE and new startups like T0 fight for control here. In my view, it's more likely that traditional exchanges will win on the exchange building, and for startups like Polymath and T0 to win significant market share in the issuance of security tokens. Companies like Coinbase are also exploring security tokens, getting approval from regulators to start listing and trading the tokens when they become available. So if you still need convincing that this is where the market is going, I encourage you to look into these recent events. Coinbase buys Keystone Capital to become a regulated broker-dealer. Goldman Sachs-backed Circle acquires equity crowdfunding platform Seed Invest. GSR Capital funds Overstock.com's T0 with $404 million. The Boston Stock Exchange partners with T0 to launch a regulated security token exchange. The Malta Stock Exchange signs a memorandum of understanding with Binance to launch a security tokens trading platform. And NASDAQ is looking to gatecrash the STO industry with a platform to issue tokenized securities, going so far as to say security tokens are set to take center stage in 2019. As the crypto economy matures, we're inching closer to a new era of real-world assets being securitized on the blockchain in a regulatory compliant manner. Ultimately, security tokens lay the groundwork for granting investors their biggest wish: the ability to trade equity, debt, real estate, and digital assets all on the same platform. Of all the things in the cryptocurrency space, security tokens seem to be the safest bet. A security token is at its essence just an infrastructure upgrade to our current settlement and exchange system. Betting on infrastructure plays here is essential. Figuring out issuance, in my opinion, is more important than developing exchanges. The key, of course, is backing the right horse. So let's talk about some of the security token issuance companies that are blazing the trail right now and who you should be watching. Welcome to ReadySetCrypto. This is your brain on blockchain. So without further ado, let's talk about some of the STO issuers that I want to talk about in this video. Now, you really can't talk about STOs without talking about Polymath. Polymath is touting itself as the Ethereum of security tokens and creating a one-stop shop for all things concerning security tokens. Polymath has introduced concepts on its platform such as KYC identity-aware tokens and liquidity for private entities, and it allows the creation of security tokens within minutes. To issue a token on Polymath, the team has created their own ST20 token standard. Polymath's own token, Poly, is already trading, and the platform has several partnerships, including an industry partnership with T0 and blocktrade.com. Moreover, Polymath is established and managed by a large team, and is one of the first projects in this new space to have security tokens already launching on its platform. So Polymath has the first mover advantage, a huge marketing campaign, and the opportunity to ignite the next alt season by sticking to their guns. Despite this, there are concerns about this project, including how it raised funds, that the security tokens launching on their platform are not using the Poly token to fundraise, and just generally some other missteps, which I think is indicative of their startup nature. I still think they have the ability to be a massive success, and they have a huge lead on the rest of the industry. For the time being, when people talk about security tokens, they'll probably be talking about Polymath in the same sentence. And their partnership with T0 has already shown to be mutually beneficial. So T0 is a blockchain subsidiary of the e-commerce retail giant Overstock.com, which will purportedly allow traders to exchange tokens in an easy, compliant, and user-friendly manner, with features such as risk management software, an order management system, matching engine, and others. T0 essentially looks to become the New York Stock Exchange of security tokens. And as we talked about in the intro, they recently connected with the Boston Stock Exchange and completed a major funding round with GSR Capital out of Hong Kong. They've also officially completed their security token offering. Their offering was one of the first STOs on a decentralized network of true preferred stock, which T0 dubbed preferred tokens. It was completed on Friday, October 12th. The STO was completed on Friday, October 12th and conducted in compliance with US securities laws, with KYC AML verification on all investors. So, income participation offered by security tokens, which themselves could very well trade freely in the near future, could doubly benefit should T0 earn the kind of money Binance does today. So for now, T0 is only playing with accredited investors. This is because the SEC is trying to protect those who may not know how to interpret value, risk, and steps private and public companies take and why. That said, I think it's pretty clear where T0 might head and why. I'll be trying to get a piece of the T0 IPO should they announce it. Another option would be for them to reverse merge or reverse takeover into another publicly traded entity, which would also put a free trading price on T0. And before you ask, could they reverse merge T0 into Overstock? Yes, they could, but because the businesses are so different, it wouldn't appear likely. So it's very clear to me that T0 and Polymath both have very high ambitions and the means to make them happen. But I want to turn your attention to my dark horse pick for a leading STO issuer, PrefLogic. So why is that? While Polymath and T0 are focused on attracting the business of the biggest fish they can, Pref is taking a different approach. They're going from the bottom up and making STOs accessible to even small investors and issuers. This is because of their STO Wizard, which is already done and ready to go to market. It's a hybrid dApp that uses the blockchain for core functionality, but also ties in a traditional centralized database to enable rich user experience at a reduced cost. Pref has made the process of running a security token offering with multiple concurrent offerings in multiple jurisdictions as easy as signing up for a Gmail account. From my perspective, the creation of the security token itself is just one step for the issuer. Having an attorney sign off on the legal docs is another step, one that PrefLogic will enforce. If an issuer wanted to use their platform with bad intentions, the SEC would be well positioned to prosecute them. Essentially, PrefLogic sells shovels, and I think is a better comparison to Ethereum than Polymath as it relates to the STO space. The Ethereum smart contracts that underlie PrefLogic's STO Wizard are built around a concept of wallet type. Wallet types ensure that from a technical perspective, PrefLogic's STO Wizard can support multiple concurrent offerings of any type. For example, from a technical perspective, an issuer could run a concurrent Regulation D 506C and a Regulation S offering. Using the PrefLogic STO Wizard, tokens purchased in two different offerings are able to have different trading restrictions around them. That's huge. On the front end, the STO Wizard user interface is built using the latest tech including React, Redux, and Redux Saga. It communicates to the centralized backend over WebSockets. This means the user interface is lightning fast and very efficient. What's also cool is the smart contracts which underlie the STO Wizard are built using ZOS, a framework for upgradable smart contracts. This technology allows the PrefLogic technical team to upgrade tokens with new features and updated compliance rules. I think it boils down to two questions. Is there transferability across jurisdictions? And is the STO a more traditional path to ownership than the ICO? If both are true, then the capital pool to invest in this space is huge. I think what's really noteworthy is that they've lowered the cost, the barrier to entry, so smaller investors and especially issuers can enter. $10,000 gets you into the game as a security token issuer. What's also great is that they're going to offer all SEC exemptions. let's quickly run through the 4 major types. First, you have the Reg D 506C, which is for US accredited investors. Then you have the Reg D 506B, which is for US non-accredited investors up to a total of 35 investors. And you must have a pre-existing relationship. Then you have the Reg S, which is outside of the US. Then finally, you have the Reg CF, which is for US non-accredited investors up to $1,070,000. So I definitely think PrefLogic is one to watch in this space, and I definitely think they have the ability to attract the partnerships and the issuers to make them a huge success. Next, I want to talk about Swarm. As I was working on this video, Swarm released its Staging.js SDK on GitHub, alongside an initial proof-of-concept blockchain explorer called the Barn Swallow. Over the coming weeks and by degrees, Swarm will continue to publish and share more documentation, tools, and starter projects. These will be available to the whole community with the aim of enticing and stimulating more ideas, creativity, and activity around Swarm's tools and infrastructure to surface even broader solutions. Essentially, Swarm's security token marketplace empowers you to invest crypto into real-world assets like real estate and equity in private companies. Additionally, they have masternodes, which will reward you for supporting the decentralized infrastructure. The SWM token fuels it all, powering the gas, governance, and incentive systems that bring security tokens to the world. Simply put, the project has massive potential. As crypto continues to make waves internationally, an increasing amount of investors will want to get into this space. And with global internet usage on the rise, the opportunity will be available to them. They recently released their market access protocol, announced a partnership with Open Finance Network, and tokenized the popular investing app Robinhood. So next I want to talk about Smartlands. Now, this is a coin that I featured a long time ago, and I think they've since pivoted to strictly looking at security tokens. But essentially, Smartlands platform is a Stellar-based global security token issuance platform that creates new opportunities for asset owners and investors on the Stellar network. The platform is designed for creating low-risk securities through security tokens, backed by real estate assets, agricultural assets, and assets in other sectors of the economy. The Smartlands platform strictly adheres to KYC/AML requirements and a legal framework established by the SEC. Earlier this month, Smartlands entered into a general collaboration with Colliers International, a top-tier global real estate services and investing management company. The goal of the collaboration is to explore the possibilities of securitizing real estate in a digital world and create a Stellar-based real estate tokenization project based on select properties. Colliers is very big. In 2017, they managed over 2 billion square feet of real estate through 68,000 transactions worth 116 billion, totaling 2.7 billion in revenue. And I think this is big because creating liquidity for a property of any kind was always a main challenge for the real estate industry. Additionally, legacy finance institutions rule the real estate space with an iron fist and are showing very little willingness to let up on the pressure, adopt new technologies, and embrace the zeitgeist. Smartlands approached Colliers with a technological solution for tokenizing ownership in real-world assets in a fully compliant legal framework, and they aim to solve a lot of the problems with the real estate industry. So those 5 represent the biggest ones I think right now in the security token space: Polymath, T0, PrefLogic, Swarm, and Smartlands. Definitely do your due diligence on them, and I definitely am very excited for the possibilities of what comes out of this space. I'm going to quickly run through a couple other ones that I have my eye on right now, and hopefully it will give you some good ideas as to what you want to look into further. First, let's look at Dusk Network, and they aim to try to find the sweet spot between privacy and public chains in order to make its tokens the perfect choice for regulators once they hit the market. Next, let's look at Tokeny, which is looking to be a secure, end-to-end tokenization platform. The core focus of Tokeny is to bring institutional-grade solutions to the token security space. It has, for example, incorporated a bank-grade KYC procedure to assure this. After that, I want to look at Open Finance Network. They're looking to build the first US-based regulated security token trading platform. And this is a huge advantage because the US market represents an enormous pool of investors, but is complex to enter from a security standpoint. They're working with brokerage houses, custodians, transfer agents, and banks to ensure all processes are streamlined and in check with US regulations. The potential of this project is also apparent because they recently got an investment from Huobi, one of the leading cryptocurrency exchanges. After that, I want to look at Trust Token, because maybe you've seen TrueUSD popping up as of late, which is one of the more recently launched stablecoins pegged to the US dollar. The stablecoin was launched by Trust Token, a platform that allows for the issuance and management of security tokens. Trust Token plans to tokenize everything from rental properties to patents, and has also implemented many smart contract frameworks to support this grand ambition. All ownership rights are directed by smart contracts, guaranteed by legal financial institutions. The project enjoys a large team, experienced advisors, and of course its strategic, highly valuable stablecoin. Next, I want to look at Mobu. They seek to allow real-world companies to issue security tokens that bestow upon the holder voting rights, a dividend, and crucially, ownership of the company. Through facilitating this service, Mobu will save companies who would usually opt for an IPO significant amounts of money, meaning that, should they be able to prove that their project works, they'll be extremely attractive to businesses. Added to this, the Mobu token will be the only way for people to invest, which will drive demand and hopefully increase the price of the token. Last for this video, I suggest you check out CryptoCurrency, Harbor with the R token, and the VNX exchange, which just announced a partnership with NEM. Overall, this space is highly exciting, very interesting to see where it's going, and will certainly be a cornerstone of the cryptocurrency market in 2019 and beyond. I really think regulation is going to become one of the biggest pieces of cryptocurrency going forward, and security tokens are on the forefront of that. So definitely do your research and know that you're getting in front of something before many other people do. It's almost like looking at ICOs back in 2015. There's many exciting possibilities here, and there's going to be a lot of money that's involved. So definitely get excited. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please consider subscribing if you haven't done so already in order to continue to see high quality cryptocurrency analysis and advice. And don't forget to hit the bell right next to the subscribe button in order to be notified when we put out a new video. Also be sure to watch some of our other videos and visit our website, where we've got more free cryptocurrency education, a free intro course, a free book, and a free newsletter. So definitely check us out. Thanks again for watching. This has been ReadySetCrypto, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.